Welcome beautiful people to my YouTube tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to cut and sew this stunning shirt on this beautiful lady here. Thanks for watching to the end. Welcome beautiful people. In this tutorial, I'll be using a nude color of jonkoso material. First thing first, I will fold the material into two before taking the measurements on the material. So I'll be using the bust measurement of 39. 39 divided by 4 is 9.75. So this 9.75, I'll be adding 5 inches to my bust measurement for my shirt. So 9.75 plus 5 inches, that is 14.75. So I'll be marking the 14.75 down. Right, that's what I'll use to measure the width of my shirt. Then after that, the length of my top, I'll be using a length of 26. It is 25 board plus my hemming allowance, which is 1 inch. So I'll just be adding this. So I'll be marking 26 down. So I'm going to go ahead to cut it out. Since this is a shirt and this is the front part of the shirt, I'll be using a press on button for the front part. So I'm just going to open it out. I'm going to cut it at the middle part here. The back part doesn't have any opening, it doesn't have any zip or button. So I'll be placing the front part I cut. I'll be placing it on this. Then I'll be adding extra 3 inches to the length of the back part. Cutting the back part now. I'll be placing the front part on the back part like this. I'll be removing 1.5 for the press on button I'm going to be adding to this tip here. This is my front piece, so I'll be putting my front piece on my back piece. You can see the way I place the front on the back piece. So I'm going to extend it. I'm going to extend the length of the back piece by 3 inches. So I'll just mark 3 inches. So this is the back piece, which is closed, and this is the front piece, which is open, a button. 1.5 for button. I'm going to rule out my 1.5 for button. So this is my back piece. My back piece is longer than my front piece by 3 inches, and this is the length of my front piece. So now I'm going to draw the front piece to the upper part here to cut my shoulder slant. The material is very lush, so you just have to be careful when using this material or any material that is lush like this, and ensure that it aligns properly. My customer shoulder to shoulder is 16 inches, so 16 divided by 2 is 8. So I'll just measure the 8. I'll measure the 8, so I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. Then I'll rule it. So that is it for the shoulder slope. So I'm going to shift it down back this way. After placing this 3 inch, I'm going to fold it on it like this, so overlap on this like 0.5 inch. If you have an iron, you can go ahead and iron it so it can stay in place, but my iron is not available now, so I'll just go ahead and take my armhole measurements. You can get your armhole by doing your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5, or your shoulder divided by 2. Our shoulder is 16, so 16 divided by is 8, so I'll just go ahead and mark 8 for a hammer. So this is me marking the 8 for a hammer. So I'll just go ahead and pull it out. I don't know if you can see the chalk on it. The material is a light color and I don't want to stain it too much. So I'll divide my armhole into 2. That is 4 here. So I'll come in by 0.5 for my armor curve. I'll just put it here. I'll just take this and form my armhole. So this is my armhole. Then my neck, I'll be using a width of 3. I'll be using a width of 3 by 3. So I'll just guide and mark it down. So just watch out the way I'm going to cut the neck part. So the neck part, I'll just cut it from here straight. You can see how I cut it. I removed this part. And this part I cut it straight. So that's how to cut the neckline.
You know, I can't cut the front armhole and back armhole the same way. So I'll first cut the armhole all together. Then I'll come in by the 0.5 I came in to cut the front armhole. So you can see the difference.
I first cut the armhole together. This is because of the back armhole is not the same as the front armhole. Then I went there to cut the front armhole by the 0.5 I took in. Then as my bust is what? My bust is 39. 39 divided by 4 is 9.75.
Then to my 9.75, I'll be adding 1 inch for ease allowance and 2 inch for my sewing allowance. That makes it 12.75. So I'll just go ahead to just chalk it down.
So I'm going to go ahead to put that down. So at this side, at this down part, I'll be coming up by 2 inch. I'll be coming up by 2 inch at that down side. Then I'll just shape it down. And I cut. So that is all for shit. You can see the way it is. So this will be folded inside for the button. This right side will be folded by 1.5 inch. I'm going to fold it into 4. I'll fold it one more time like this. Also, then I'll be taking my sleeve measurement. It's actually a short sleeve. I'll be taking a sleeve length of 10, but I will use like 2 inches to turn it in. So I'll be adding 2.5 to it so I can use it to turn it in. So I'll just do this straight. That is all for the short sleeve I'll be using. The allowance that we kept, the 2 inch allowance we kept for the button, we'll just go ahead to just stitch it down.
So I went ahead to do the same thing for the other side, so I'll just stitch it down.
This is our back piece that we cut. This is our back piece. So I'll just go ahead to take the right side on the right side, like right side facing right side. So I'll just place it like this on the shoulder. Then I'll stitch it. Same thing as this too. Right side facing the right side. I'll place it on the shoulder like this. Then I'll stitch it. When I'm done with it, I'll show you how it looks like.
You can see how it is looking. So I'll just go ahead to shape the sides of the shirt. I'll just be closing it by my 2 inch allowance that I kept. The allowance I kept is 2 inch, so I'll just sew it down straight. I'll be adding a slit to the shirt, so I'll just come up by 5 or 4 inch to just create a slit below the shirt. The short sleeve also, I went ahead to tape the down parts by the 2 inch allowance I left for taping it. After taping the short sleeve, I'll go ahead to shape it to my customer's measurements. Here I'll be attaching the short sleeve to the shirt. To cut the collar of the shirt, you need to take the round measurement of the neck of your shirt. You can see the way I'm taking the tape around the neck. That's the way you take the length of your shirt collar. After the measurement, I got 16 as the collar length of my shirt. So I'll be taking the 16 and I'll be marking it down on a pattern paper. Then above the line I ruled, I'll come up by 1 inch. Then I will mark 1 inch above the line, then I'll rule it out. After ruling the second line, I'll also come up again by 1 inch, then I'll rule it out again, making 3 lines. Then I'll come up by 3 inch, then I'll rule another line, making 4 lines. After ruling the lines, I'll come up by half an inch from the second line. Then I'll divide the second line into 2. The midpoint of the second line, I'll rule it from the half inch I came up to the midpoint of the second line. Then under the second line, I'll come down by half an inch also. Divide the first line into 2. Then from the 0.5 I came down from the second line, I'll rule to the middle of the first line. I will then come in by 1 inch at the third line. Then I'll rule it from the tip of the fourth line to the third line, just like this. Then at the third line also, the other side, I'll come up by 0.5, then I'll rule it to meet the other line. This is not as hard as it looks. Just replay the video to know what I did. I came up by 0.5 at the second line, ruled it to the middle, came down by 0.5 at the second line, ruled it to the middle, come in by 1 inch, ruled it to the fourth line, come up by 0.5, ruled it to the line. That's all. Then I'll cut it now. Watch the way I cut it and follow suit. So this is the pieces of the collar we need. So I'll just go ahead to laminate it with collar stay and my fabric. I'll put collar stay on my fabric after using the pattern to cut it out. Then I'll cut the lining piece also. So I left like sewing allowance around the collar so that when I want to join it, it won't affect the measurement. First thing first, I'll go ahead to join the large portion of the collar. Then I'll just be using the sewing allowance to join it at the sides and at the upper part. Then I'll go ahead to trim the excesses around the sides. Then I went ahead to turn it and iron it. You can see how it's looking. Then we're going to move to the down part. The down part can be a bit confusing. Just follow my explanation and follow what I'm doing. The down part, I'm using the red marker to indicate the down part, and I'm using the blue marker to indicate the up part. So the down part, the one that is curved down, this red part, that is the part you are attaching to your collar. Just watch what I'm doing and follow suit. So I'm going to notch the down part so that I don't make mistake. Then also I will notch the down part of the bigger collar. so that I'm going to align it properly to each other. You can see I'm using pin to pin it down so that I don't make mistake. So do anything that will make your work neat, whether pinning your work down, aligning it properly before you sew it. So I will just go ahead to sew these edges that I'm pointing at, and the other side I'll sew the sides and the down parts. After sewing it, I'll go ahead to just trim off the excesses so that by the time I'm ironing it, it can lay flat. So I took my collar to my iron, then I ironed it. You can see how flat and neat it is. I went ahead to fold like 0.5 inside so that by the time I'm sewing it on the collar of my shirt, I'll just put the collar of my shirt in between the collar. So I don't need to start stressing myself to like fold it inside the collar. I'll just put it inside, align it properly to ensure that they are of equal lengths. Then I'll sew on it. You can see I notch. Just ensure you do anything to make your work neat, whether using pins. My pins are my best friend, so I will always use pin to pin my cloth down before sewing to avoid any mistakes or errors or rough edges. You know, at the side of my shirt, I told you I created a slit there, so it was 4 inches. I just went ahead to fold it the way you fold your normal slit. You can see how the slit is looking. So after creating the slit, I'll just go ahead to just close the down part of the shirt. I actually folded it like this just once because I'm sticking to, I used hemming gum to close the down part of the shirt. I didn't fold it in, so I just run a straight stitch on it. Then I'll take it to my iron and use hemming gum to fold it using 1 inch. We have come to the end of this beautiful video. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found value in it. Please like and subscribe to watch more content like this. Thanks for watching to the end. Bye.